Thank you very much, Amanda, for coming and joining us here to our studio, Radio Metro Mail. The last question that most of our viewers, our listeners, they are Bangladeshi Canadians.
Right.
So, and your riding is also, big chunk of, Bangladeshi community. They live here, they reside here, right? So, do you have any specific message to our Bangladeshi community? Then you can share that one.
Absolutely. I was hoping that I'd have more time during this election period to be able to sit with the community to determine if there are issues, in particular about climate change back home, that the Canadian government would be able to address. Many years ago, I watched a documentary on some of the areas most hit and will be most affected by climate change. And Bangladesh is one of those countries because of the how it's situated and the lack of elevation, right? It's in a basin.
Yeah.
And so monsoons and our rising oceans will affect families back home. And so I want to know how Canadian government can support the Bangladeshi community or the Bangladeshi government in supporting people to ensure that they're safe. You know, the Greens are interested in actually introducing a new status of refugee. We've seen it in New Zealand and in Australia, where folks from Southeast Asia are being flooded out of their islands, and the oceans are reclaiming the land. And so they are accepting climate refugees. That's a new status in those countries. And so Greens are prepared to open that up as well, in hopes that that can support families who may have to leave vulnerable communities and resettle here in Canada.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Amanda. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.